Uh, I'm outside, Rex.
I'll see.
So, as you guys know, we've had some craziness here in Ark, some great news and some bad news. I'm going to start with the bad news. The bad news is every time I tried doing something in this game, I almost lost my character, and I lost all the footage. The only footage I have from all this that we're talking about is going to be in the background. I'll have Alpha survive the Ark. As you can see right now in this clip, you can see the server crashing. As we are on official, the server kept crashing a lot. As you can see, this is where it crashed once on me. But anyway, guys, I'm going to try to have some stuff in the background just showing you what is going on here and what we've done because we did some really good news too. So let's start off with Alpha Survive the Ark. You guys saw that we beat it last week. Now, the reason I'm doing that is to gain the 5 extra levels for the life event that will be November 5th. And so Survive the Ark was my last mission I needed on Gen 2. So I kind of rushed through the missions to get to this point. We're going to go back and do the missions in the series. And there's nothing that we're doing in Ark that I'm not going to do in this series. So some of it's a little fast forward. And so just keep that in mind when we do that. I will cover it, but because of time constraints and these being the last events on official for a long time, coming up in the next few months, well, forever is a pretty long time. We are going to do it, and being this is the last life event coming up, we're trying to get completely prepared. So, being able to get 5 more levels is really big. I've actually max leveled a few characters throughout Ark. I played Ark since 2000, since it came out beta on PC. So I've definitely maxed out a few characters, and I like restarting and building them. But so this one is really important to do for me to do. But anyway, guys, so we did Alpha to survive the Ark, and it kept crashing on me, and I kept almost losing my character. I almost lost my character twice. I did a video about this about 2 weeks ago when I was actually trying to get all this done. So this was over the span of about 4 days. I just really worked my butt off. And as you guys know that do play official to do what I'm doing right now, especially because I've done a lot of it. This mission I did by myself, the Alpha Gen 2 I did by myself. So we didn't even have Rex, who's an awesome tribe mate and we do a lot of stuff with, but he wasn't able to do any of this stuff. So with that being said, though, so we almost lost a few characters on just the as Alpha survived the Ark, and it was fun. I absolutely loved it, but they really got to do something about their games crashing because it happens on PC, it happens on Xbox, it happens on PS5, it happens everywhere. It almost acts like a memory leak, but I'm not going to get into dumb details. But anyway, with that being said, we did the Alpha Survive the Ark. I did the video on that last week, and I kind of built it as a guide. And the reason for it was because I really just wanted you guys to know how to do it as well, and there's not many videos on it. With that being said, Alpha Survive the Ark is so much fun. The Gamma version of it is insane when you just go through destroying everything. Alpha, you're a little butt puckered when you're doing Alpha. Got a lot on the line when that happens. But anyway, so then after that, because I needed to get the 5 extra levels, we went ahead and I did Alpha Gen 2 boss. I believe it's called Alpha or Rockwell Prime. I always just call it Gen 2 boss. I think everybody does. I don't think I've ever heard it called Rockwell Prime, really. And so in that fight, I'll have screenshots on the background. Hopefully, I can get this edited right where it happens. And so you guys can see. But I did that. I got some screenshots in the middle of the fight. And right as I shoot the last beam to actually kill him, the server crashed. It did give me credit, however, for the fight as beating him, but I had to kill myself because it put me in a black space. Like it just put me out in space in a weird spot, again, like it did in Alpha Survive the Ark. So I had to kill myself to get it completed. And there's not a whole lot I could do about that, guys. So I even did it a second time, and it crashed again as I beat him. So not only do I not get the cool skins from it or the flag, I lost my recordings because when that happens to me on PS5, I lose my recording as well, and it just kind of sucks because I really liked that fight. It took a long time. That fight, the way I did it by myself, took me about a half hour, 40 minutes. It was a lot of fun. And we're going to do it again. I'm just hoping there's a point where I can run it where I don't almost lose my character because, again, when that happens, it put me out in space. I couldn't kill myself the first time it happened, so I had to wait forever. And just some of the problems that happens with playing with official on Ark. But with that being said, for me, official is the way to go on games. I always have done that. And it's because, if I decide to quit playing for some stupid reason, but I can always come back and my character is still going to be here. Whereas on a private server, it's not going to be. In private servers, at least you can fix some of the issues, but some of them you can't. But anyway, so I did Alpha survive our Alpha Gen 2 boss, and we gained our 5 levels to get us to 170. But then, and I'm not going to take too much time on this last part because I want to show you some of this down the road. I decided with Rex, me and Rex were going to get all the Runestones on Fjordor. I figured for me, because I haven't done a lot of Fjordor, the last time I did anything with Fjordor, it was a mod on PC. So the Runestones, which didn't exist then, for me, was really cool. And we got to explore and see the map and just have a fun time. And I got some screenshots probably going on in the background right now because I'm voicing over obviously right now. But it was so much fun, guys. The doing the explorer notes and the runestones and going through and completing everything in the game is so much fun, and that's why it's so important to me to show you everything in this series. Now we've gotten a little ahead of ourselves right now, but don't worry, we'll be coming back to everything, including making beer and other stuff like that. We're going to cover everything. Don't worry. But because, like I said, with events going on and whatnot, I had to go ahead and get this stuff done, especially with the only free time that I had to get this stuff done before the events were done. So, for you guys watching, a lot of this actually happened 2 weeks from this video coming out. So, like I said, I apologize for that, but there's not a whole lot I can do from that. And like I said, we'll cover everything. But anyway, the picture, the thumbnail of this video, I've played Ark a long time, guys. And I can tell you, with I have like 4,000 or 5,000 hours on PS5, PS4, and I have right around 6 or 7 on PC, as I originally started on PC PvP. Uh, that screenshot, the screenshot that if I remember, I'll put up right now. That is probably the best I've ever felt in Ark. Even though all this stuff was going on, I almost lost my characters. The greatest thing I've done in Ark that I can recall, and I've done a lot of cool stuff and a lot of cool videos and stuff like that. That moment where me and Rex are standing in front of the last runestone to collect. Not that getting the runestones were hard, it was a lot of fun, but it was something new. Me and Rex did it as a team, and I chose to do it anybody else without anybody else with Rex because he's been on the journey here on Ark with us on our last character. Um, as we go. And that screenshot is as much as it probably doesn't mean people to a lot, mean a lot to people. That is the most important in to me screenshot I've ever done in Ark, including in PvP. It just we did so much. I did so much in them 2 days. I took 2 or 3 days and did all of it. I got the Runestones. I beat Alpha Gen 2 boss. I did survive the Ark in about 2 days. And that's pretty hard to do. And I'm really pumped because this character now, our character that we're playing on, with about 100 days total played on it, because obviously I don't play on it every day. I record other games, but I figured out to be about 105 days now played on it. We're 180. So essentially, in in less than 4 months, we have gotten a character in this series to 180. To be able to get to 180. In one of these upcoming videos, he will be 180 because the life event, that is our focus. As you saw, we kept the gigas. But I don't want to keep you guys around uh, too long. But there is so much important stuff coming up in this series that means a lot to me as a game. For a lot of you guys around the channel, obviously Fishing Planet's big, Conan's big. But for me, the most I've ever invested in a game is an Ark. Um, and for me, as this is ascending, we're going to do this series. It's not ending anytime soon. But for me to build this character, take it all the way through Ark, and there is some new stuff coming to Ark yet before it ends. As you guys might have heard about the Scorched Earth Ascension, but doing this is super important to me from a completionist standpoint. I always like to complete stuff, but in this one, this is a personal one because this game has meant so much to me through the years. So, but anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Just know there's gonna be some really epic stuff coming up and some really fun stuff, guys. And I cannot stress how much important it is that I enjoy you guys commenting, watching these videos. All games are important to me, but this series in particular has taken on a new importance now that this game is going to be coming to an end here in about a year, and possibly even quicker. But anyway, guys, you guys have a super wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one.